challenges she might have encountered, encouraging workers present to emulate her sense of commitment to duty.
That God will encourage you more. The contribution and sacrifice of many years, God will reward you. Thank you very much.
Mrs. Akwanamye, who went down memory lane to recall her journey in ABS, started from the old Enugu state in 1988, later to Anambra state when it was created, her posting to Lagos state as commercial officer, where she worked for a long time before coming back to Awka to head the commercial department. She emphasized that the journey has not been easy, being a wife, a mother, and balancing it all with work, thanking God for guidance through the journey while advising those in active service to love their job, not minding the challenges.
The experience I had working with everyone of you was awesome. The relationship I had with you was amazing. And I want to tell you guys to please continue the good work.
In their goodwill remarks, the acting head of commercial department, Mrs. Uju Ifediba, deputy head of station Onitsha, Mr. Val Ogwejiofo, and Mr. Emeka Okeke explained that Mrs. Akwanamye has an awesome personality, who is humble, kind, and makes work easy and interesting, as her wealth of experience will still be tapped, while wishing her well in her retirement. A family member who also came to identify with Mrs. Akwanamye, Mr. Alexander Otakpo, described her as an embodiment of love who have represented the family well over the years, while Mr. Tony Otakpo remarked that she's an easygoing and unassuming person, which made her serve without blemish, as both wished her well in her future life and endeavors.
What you see here demonstrated is really love overflowing from everybody she has touched and worked with. That is who she is.
The event was also attended by the ABS Director of Administration, Lady Tina Ekenta, the Acting Director, News and Current Affairs Department, Mrs. Judy Jeff Nwabueze, the Director of Programs Department, Mrs. Nneka Ekunife, serving and retired staff, amongst others. The event climaxed with gift presentation to Mrs. Akwanamye and goodwill messages. From the ABS corporate headquarters in Awka, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for ABS News.
Operation Clean and Healthy Anambra Ocha Brigade has commenced the disbursement of the 50-kilogram bags of rice to each officers and ad hoc staff. The Managing Director Ocha Brigade, Comrade Celestine Anere, flagged off the distribution at the command headquarters in Awka after a head count and weekly parade in preparation for the Yuletide in the state. Correspondent Chibuzo Bidike filed the report from here.
For the distribution, Comrade Anerewu thanked Governor Chukwuma Soludo for practicing the Abga mantra of being a brother's keeper, revealed that the palliative will be distributed to deserving staff who are punctual to duty. He made it clear that the reward for hard work is more work, and as such challenged the men of the command to exhibit high level of professionalism in the course of their duty, especially during the Yuletide, and warned that anyone who is found wanting will no longer face disciplinary action but immediate dismissal. He called the attention of the officers to several cases of harassment and indulging in illegal activities, and revealed that the command is in the process of establishing a staff monitoring team to supervise and report back to the command their activities.
For those of you that is now like a habit, you better change that habit quickly or you resign by yourself. Because if I catch you, I'm going to treat you the way they treat touts. If you are not a tout, why are you collecting money in the uniform of Ocha Brigade? It's double penalty for you because you're disgracing the uniform.
Some of the staff, including Mr. Donatus Aneme from Ozobolo and Mrs. Ifeoma Nwegu from Nibo, appreciated Governor Soludo for the gift ahead of the celebration, pointing out that the gesture by the Soludo administration is best gift the command has ever received since the creation of the agency. In Awka, Chibuzo Bidike, ABS News.
custodian of culture and tradition of Ojoto town, known as Otu Omenani Ojoto Akanasato, and a pressure group known as the G24, has called on the state government under the leadership of Mr. Governor, His Excellency, Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, to forestall an eminent breakdown of law and order caused by the present leadership of the town owing to non-adherence to the constitution of Ojoto Akanasato Union. The group made this known on Tuesday, 19th December 2023 during a joint meeting of the Otu Omenani Ojoto Akanasato G24 and Umu held at the residence of the chairman of the Otu Omenani, Chief Anthony Uzokwe, popularly known as Nnanyelu, of 41 of Ojoto. We have details.
Media Chief Anthony Uzokwe, the chairman of Otu Omenani, stated that Ojoto community has a constitution in place, but the present leadership of the community has failed to follow the guidelines and tenets of the constitution, which could lead to chaos and anarchy in the community. Chief Uzokwe stated that the present traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Gerard Mbamalo, has not followed the process of conferment of chieftaincy titles, which according to the rules stipulated that not more than 5 persons should be conferred with chieftaincy title and other activities which goes against the laws of Ojoto constitution. He called on the Anambra state government to look into their predicament and ensure that the right thing is done by the present leadership.
Constitution before if I didn't a constitution, I'd be happy to see a name also. And since you happy away name also, only make you lie. And they will make you lie if so nada. Which na the well could they say a bit teacher. Babatala, I was saying, I can for the iPhone, I could name.
On his part, Onyediko for chairman of G24 Ojoto emphasized that the group has taken note of the happenings in the town, which is not in line with her constitution. He stated that the group deemed it right to escalate the issues to authorities in the state and beyond towards finding a solution to the impasse.
A lot of things are moving, in opposite to the constitution of Ojoto Akanasato Union. And in line with that, we now decided to show our own action and the grievances towards the action of Ojoto leaders, starting from the king down to the other authorities.
Justina Osuna, vice chairperson of Umwokwo, who echoed the views of the G24, called on the leadership of the community to follow the constitution of the land and ensure equity, fairness, and good governance in their leadership style. The group also held a peace protest at Idemili South Local Government Secretariat with inscriptions such as, "We say no to lawlessness in Ojoto. Our constitution must be obeyed in our town, Ojoto," and other inscriptions on various placards. Efforts made by reporters to reach out to the President General of the town, Chief Donatus Anozie, to react to the development were unfruitful as his lines were unavailable.
The Joint Council of Provinces of the East of the Niger, Anglican Communion, has performed the execution of the deed of transfer handed over Paul University Awka to the Diocese of Awka for effective management. Paul University Awka, initially owned by the 55 dioceses of the Anglican Communion east of the Niger, following this handover will now be owned and managed by the Diocese of Awka. Religious correspondent Amaka Chibuzokoye has details.
The ceremony, which took place at the institution in Awka, was attended by the College of Archbishops and Bishops, the clergy, the laity, legal officers, and the management and staff of the university. The event was presided over by the Archbishop Metropolitan and the Primate of all Nigeria, Most Reverend Henry Ndokoba. Speaking, Most Reverend Ndokoba traced the origin of the university to St. Paul College, Awka, for the training of missionaries and teachers, and recounted how the church produced great universities all over the world.
Paul University of Awka shall be a place where creative wisdom, creativity that God has given to humanity.
In his address, the Dean, Church of Nigeria, and Chairman, Joint Council of Provinces East of the Niger, Most Reverend Blessing Enyinda, disclosed that the university faced a lot of challenges which the Joint Council was not able to handle, hence the reason for the handover.
that one thing which was committed unto you, keep by the Holy Spirit who dwells in us. University, no doubt, is a good thing. For whoever wants a school with high standard of moral academic excellence closes the doors of prisons or prison doors.
In his remark, the new proprietor of the university and Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, and Bishop of Oka Diocese, Most Reverend Alexander Ibezim, thanked the primate for the handover and narrated efforts of the transition and legal teams to realizing the event. Archbishop Ibezim immediately appointed the primate as the chancellor and Prince Emekeze as the pro-chancellor of the university, and assured the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion that the university will witness all forms of academic, intellectual, economic, and value-oriented faith-based transformation.
What has happened today is a call to duty. It has humbled us more. Because the Bible says when you humble yourself in the presence of God, He will exalt you. 1 year from today, nobody will recognize the environment in God.
Wife of the primate, Mrs. Angela Ndokuba, and President, Mothers Union, Girls Guild, Province of the Niger, Mrs. Mata Ibezim, attended the event. The event featured the official execution of the deeds of transfer to the Diocese of Oka. I am Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
On national matters, the Nigerian Army Council has promoted a total of 47 brigadier generals to major generals. Also, 75 colonels were elevated to the rank of brigadier generals. Their promotion is coming after the retirement of 113 generals on Wednesday. However, a statement by the Director, Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, said the Council approved the promotions of the senior officers on Thursday. He noted that the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taoret Lagbaja, urged them to redouble their efforts to justify the elevation and the confidence reposed in them. On the foreign scene, the French Parliament has passed a law restricting Nigerian students and others from bringing their families to the country. According to reports, the law was backed by both President Emmanuel Macron's centric Renaissance Party and Deputy of the French National Assembly, Marine Le Pen's far-right National Rally. A previous draft was rejected by the Parliament last week when the National Rally as well as the left voted against it. In response, the government redrafted the bill, making some of its provisions tougher. The new toughening immigration policy makes it more difficult for migrants to bring family members to France and delay their access to welfare benefits. In sport, the Super Eagles ended 2023 as Africa's 6th best team and 42nd in the world according to FIFA monthly rankings. The year 2023 has largely been an impressive one for the Eagles, who suffered only one defeat but recorded 4 wins and 3 draws. On the African continent, Morocco retained their #1 spot and 13th in the world. They are followed by second-place Senegal, who also maintained their 20th place in the world. Tunisia also remained unmoved in the current ranking as they are placed 3rd in Africa and 28th globally. Algeria and Egypt, who completes the top 5 places in Africa, also finished the year in 30 and 33rd positions in the world, respectively. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. On X at ABS Radio TV. On Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. Now, on the main point, Mrs. Akwanamye of the Commercial Department of Anambra Broadcasting Service has bowed out of civil service. Ocha Brigade has distributed bags of rice to staff in celebration of Christmas. Nigerian Army Council has promoted 112 new generals. On the foreign scene, we told you French Parliament has passed law restricting Nigerian students from bringing in family members. To end the news, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Thanks for watching. My name is Chinyere Ikoreke. Good night.